Hi everyone, and welcome to my second video on 30 tips on how to travel and work remotely. I am talking today about how to design your bucket list journey. Now, for those of you who don't know what a bucket list and didn't see the Morgan Freeman Jack Nicholson movie, it's pretty much a list of things you want to experience and do and see before you die. But because we don't want to think too negatively, let's say it's a list of things you want to do to live life to the fullest. So I've made a guide that I use to design my trips that I want to share with you guys, and hopefully it'll help you and guide you to design your bucket list journey. The first thing you need to know is have a very clear goal or a main goal. In my case, my goal is to live and work remotely, one city in one country per month for 1 year. So that's my goal. And the next things that I need to ask myself is the following questions that I've written here behind me. Number 2 is, what do I want to do or see? Now, this is an interesting question because I've seen and done a lot of things on my trips, but there's still tons of things I haven't done. So, for example, I wrote, I want to see a panda, I want to ride a camel, I want to do a silent retreat, I want to do a road trip on a scooter now that I learned how to ride a scooter, I want to go skiing, I want to participate from a startup weekend. There's tons of things that you want to do. Well, write them down. The third question is, what do you like to learn? So this is really an important question because I think traveling, one of the most amazing things about traveling is how many things you learn during your trip. But especially if you know that you want to learn these things. So for example, in my case, I would definitely want to learn Portuguese, hopefully even another language. I want to learn cooking, especially Middle Eastern cuisine and Southeast Asian from Thailand and Vietnam. I love the food. I would love to, for example, learn how to meditate, learn about cryptocurrency, etc. So put and brainstorm all the things you want to learn. Then on the fourth step is your deal breakers. Deal breakers are really important, especially if you're traveling alone as a woman. There's certain things that you don't want these cities or countries to have. Example, my deal breakers is wherever I go, I need to feel safe. Maybe not walk alone at night. I mean, I can barely do that in a lot of places, but at least feel safe that I can be alone, that I can move around alone, and I know that nothing's gonna happen. Another thing is, for example, affordable. I am gonna travel for 12 months, therefore I do have a budget. And also, for example, another deal breaker for me is I need to know someone there, so this person can serve as a guide and a friend, and I'm not so alone. Then another good thing to have in mind and to write down is your budget. And this is very important because it can either let you travel more or limit your trip. And my budget, for example, is from $1,000 to $1,500 per month. So that can be very limited in some countries and some cities. Therefore, I know that with that budget, I need to be in affordable places. And this budget covers my food, my entertainment, my tours, what I call experience, my accommodation, my health, and my shopping. The only thing that I usually don't include here is the tickets. That is usually a separate thing. And then I also usually brainstorm how I'm gonna make money. So in my case, I want to make money recruiting abroad, consulting, doing speaking engagements. So that means that I have to go to places that are connected, that have internet, and that have some sort of startup ecosystem. And with those 6 questions, I think it's really easy to narrow down the list of countries and cities that you want to see in the world to help design a trip that is very focused on your main goal. So even though I went through the exercise, I still have 30 cities that I really want to go to, but I can only go to 12. But some of them, for example, is Chiang Mai, That is my next stop. I had Medellin, which is where I am right now. I definitely am gonna go to Porto in Portugal, and then I have Buenos Aires, Lima, I have Marrakesh, Barcelona, because I want to learn some flamenco. So you can brainstorm a lot of cities and countries, but use this criteria to narrow it down and select the ones that are gonna help you fulfill everything that you want to see, do, learn, and experience. And last, something super important is also make a list of contacts, people you already know that live or have been or are born, whatever, on the cities and countries. And this is where Facebook becomes really, really handy. On Facebook, you can search for the city and you can see all of your contacts that have visited or that live there or that were born there. Make sure you outreach to them. Remember, humans are natural connectors, and I'm sure everybody would be very, very happy to connect you to people there, or to guide you or host you or give you tips of where to go, where to stay, etc. So make sure you do that before you plan your trip. And last is take action. Once you have your bucket list journey defined, make sure you start buying your tickets, you start saving, you start letting people know that you're doing this. And that's the only way you can make a bucket list journey come true. And so that's it for me. I hope this was useful, and I hope you guys use this guideline to design your bucket list journey. And I hope to keep on inspiring way much more people to travel the world and live and work remotely.